Today we watched episode 2 of The Penguin and really enjoying it. And Jesse's here with me. What'd you think of The Penguin episode 2?
I thought it was good. At first, because we saw that the comparison to The Sopranos, I was a little bit like, oh, this feels a lot like The Sopranos now that we're watching it. But the second half of the episode really changed my mind. So
Yeah, it's kind of like The Sopranos on steroids. And also there was a nod to The Godfather in this one also. But we're really enjoying it. I think the thing I like about it is the surprises. It's so well written. The atmosphere and the world they create, I think, is really interesting. And I think as much as I've seen these kind of stories before, I'm still pretty surprised about what happens. And I feel like he's always kind of getting out of things by the skin of his teeth, if you know what I mean. Like it seems like he has a problem in the episode that he has to fix, and he's able to kind of work his way through the drama that I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's just that
I think that's kind of like the like almost like the comic booky part of it is that he all of a sudden he gets out of it, and not like in a super convenient way, but like there's a creative way that he gets out of the situation he's in so he can keep going. And I think that's maybe how like maybe the Batman like cartoons or like animated series would feel, where there's this problem and then all of a sudden we figured out this interesting way to fix it.
Yeah, and we've seen some interviews with Colin Farrell, right?
Yeah.
About the makeup that he has to wear and being in this big, all the 3 hours of makeup and everything like that. He's really unrecognizable, but such a great performance too. So we're really enjoying this. Only 2 episodes in, but let us know in the comments what you think of this if you're watching it. But I think this is one of the best things we've seen all year so far.
Yeah, it's really good.
We're looking on the Criterion channel today to see what the new features are for October. I knew some of these, but I'm always really excited to see what's available. And since it is October, Halloween month, there's lots of great features on here. This first one is a Winona Ryder feature featuring Reality Bites, which is one of my favorite movies. Heathers, Mermaids, The Age of Innocence, and probably more. And next we have horror effects with Day of the Dead, American Werewolf in London, The Fly, Life Force. And, I have a lot of these, but it's nice to, it's very convenient to have these on here, and it's nice to see what Criterion adds in terms of features. Sometimes they do a little intro video for these. And then we have Witches, so we have The Witches, Rosemary's Baby, Suspiria, Black Sunday, The Love Witch, and then we have Japanese horror, which we're not really that much into Japanese horror. Some of it's a little bit too much for me, but there's a feature on that. And then the films of David Cronenberg, which again, I've seen a lot of these. David Cronenberg usually features a lot of body horror, which I'm not that comfortable with, but these are pretty good films. Scanners, I think, is one of the first Cronenberg films I saw. The Brood, Rabbit, and The Fly. Of course, The Fly is really good with Jeff Goldblum. And then finally, we've been talking about this so much, Stephen King adaptations. We have Christine, Dolores Claiborne, which I'd like to see, The Lawnmower Man, and Secret Window. Again, I have a few of these, but it's nice to see them here and just kind of drill into that a little bit. Looks like maybe there's some others here too. Christine, Secret Window. I guess those are the only ones. So pretty cool to see what Criterion has in store, for October. And so maybe we'll watch a couple of these. And that's what's on the channel this month. Many times on these features, there's a featuring, which means if you drill into it a little bit more, there's a lot more films included. And in this one, there's quite a few. So they have this little teaser in the beginning, and a lot of times they'll release the teaser, I think, before the actual month, I believe so. And so this one, they have The Fly that we mentioned, The Entity, and again, I have a lot of these. Life Force, Island of Lost Souls, An American Werewolf in London, Creature from the Black Lagoon, so some Universal horror there, The Curse of the Werewolf, some Hammer horror, The Fog, the John Carpenter film, The Company of Wolves, Day of the Dead, the George Romero film. Frankenstein, the original Frankenstein, which is great. The Bride of Frankenstein, those are some great films. Night of the Living Dead, of course. Scanners, as we mentioned. So a lot of these are, Scanners is really in the Cronenberg feature as well, and then Eraserhead. This month we're trying to watch something with a Halloween or scary theme every day, and so last night we decided to watch I Married a Witch, which is which has a Criterion release. Here's the Criterion release, but this is on the Criterion channel also, a film by Renee Claire, and it's really well done. It's pretty short too. It's only 77 minutes. It's a film from 1942, and Veronica Lake casts a seductive spell as a charmingly vengeful sorceress in the supernatural screwball classic. It really is very funny, very charming, and well done. And like I said, you can still get this. And it was really a good start to the Halloween season. I think we'll be watching maybe a lot lighter. I'm hoping we're going to maybe watch more horror comedies, maybe some John Carpenter coming up. And we'll be featuring these films and what we're doing in the weekly vlog. So basically the weekly vlog, I think, is going to serve as the 31 days of Halloween. And you'll see one vlog each week. We've been doing these weekly vlogs for months now, so we thought we would just use that as a way to explain what we're watching and talk about more Halloween-themed or scary films. We're also getting ready to go to the to give away some donations for the library book sale, and I was going through my movies today too. I always go through my movies to see if there's anything I want to donate, and I didn't really find anything this time because all of these I would like to keep, and usually I have something that I've upgraded. I just haven't really been buying a lot lately, but my wife has a lot of books to donate, so here's all the book donations. We have a few bags of those. We may find a few more things before we go, but we'll have a little bit of footage of us dropping these off at the book sale, and then we're actually going to go to the book sale on Saturday, so you'll see some footage of that hopefully in the vlog, and I'll be looking for movies. The movies are discounted. A lot of people are getting rid of their physical media collection, so it's a good time to pick up some things. Also, it's a good way to donate to your local community, donate to the library, so we're looking forward to doing that also. Today we finished episode 2 of the Halloween Baking Championship, which we're really enjoying on Max. And we're one episode behind, but this is something we're doing for Halloween season. We love this particular series. We watched last year. And let us know too if you're watching a specific baking show like this, or if you're watching something on Max. I know also Max has a feature, which maybe we'll show later, where they've added a lot of Halloween content or scarier movies for the month of October, so maybe we'll show that also in a little bit. We have this really creaky door that opens on us. Last night we watched Dracula, and we were watching it on digital, but I have this beautiful steelbook for Dracula with this wonderful artwork, and I really love it. It's one of my favorites, one of the favorites in my collection, along with The Invisible Man, and I really should have picked up all the other ones, but this is really beautiful. We really liked it. The original Dracula. We do have the digital copy, which is an HDX copy that we watch on Fandango at home, a little bit more available and accessible. But we really enjoyed the rewatch, and we actually put it on at night and had the lights off, and it was very eerie here because fall's coming in very quickly. The temperatures are coming down, so it was a lot of fun watching that last night. Oh, you're doing a video?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to do a photo. Because I can put, might be a photo. I gotta put these keys back. Me looking in the window, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Where are we going?
We have to go service the car today. So we're gonna have to do our we don't have to, but we're gonna do our we're gonna do our weekly talk from the car, I think.
Instead of from the office.
Instead of from the office, because we usually do office time on Thursdays, but I feel like so Thursdays we usually do a little office segment where we talk about some news, but today we had to go get the car serviced, and I feel like I feel like we're in that Seinfeld episode where the Chinese restaurant, because they kept coming out and asking us, let's do this. It'll only be another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it seemed kind of funny that kept happening, and we didn't. I guess we didn't plan that well, because now we're really hungry, so we're gonna go get some lunch. But
Yeah, we thought it was going to take like an hour, and it took an hour and a half, and we didn't think we'd have to do other things. Then we had to do some other things. So
and
it's
then they
like,
wanted to do a car wash at the end, and we said no to that because we were again hungry. But it seemed like every time they came out, we thought it was going to be ready. We thought our table would be ready,
and it wasn't.
but our table wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to talk about the one of the things that really surprised me this week was they removed on Disney Plus. They removed all the Indiana Jones movies and just left the current one up, the fifth one, I guess.
Yeah.
So that really surprised me. I thought for sure those movies would have been, would have stayed on that, service. Luckily, we have digital copies and we have the Blu-ray, but it's just another reason to continue to collect physical media, especially if you have a movie series or a TV series that you really like. It's really good to to keep those things if you can, and you have a DVD player or a Blu-ray player, because it seems like the streaming services are removing lots of those things, and that's something I never would have expected to happen on Disney Plus.
Right. Like, things are moving too. Like the Universal Monsters channel moved to a lot of streaming services this month. So some of them are on Criterion and Peacock, and we didn't expect that. Like last night, we tried to watch the Universal Monsters channel, and it wasn't even a channel.
Yeah, it didn't look like the channel existed anymore. But there are, if you have Peacock, we have Peacock because we like some TV series. We like to have those available to us. If you have Peacock, they have all of the, well, not all of them, but they have a lot of Universal Monsters movies there, like Dracula, for an example. But you really have to, again, I'm so thankful that we have a physical media collection that we can go to.
Yeah.
That's like it's like going to the library or going to the video store, and we could probably cancel all of our streaming services and be totally fine.
Yeah, we probably could.
So just that was some news that caught my eye. Anything else we want to talk about today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Bye.
Last night I was watching this episode of Star Trek. I'm watching Star Trek, the original series, and this one's called The Devil in the Dark, and I thought it was a perfect episode really for Halloween, or the Halloween season, because it does feature a monster, and it's kind of like a pizza-looking monster, which you can see here in the video, and it's one of my favorite episodes, but I forgot how scary it is, and I thought, wow, this is really perfect for the Halloween season. So I thought I would. We were looking through our puzzles yesterday, and Jessie found this Dracula puzzle that she decided to work on, right?
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It comes with this. Is this a poster of the? This is a poster of the finished puzzle, right?
Yeah. This is what the puzzle will look like.
Look at how detailed that is. It's really interesting. I remember last night you were separating the blue pieces, but I can see now they're all sky, so that's going to be
Yeah, the
maybe
sky
difficult
is really,
to see. But
it's really tough. I think I did this one in the spring, and the sky was tricky.
yeah,
But then I can,
these are cool puzzles though, huh?
yeah.
And then we cleared off our table yesterday, so you've got this great puzzle board that you can work on.
Yeah,
It's not really an official puzzle board. It's just a piece
this is
of.
just a piece of cardboard that came in a package we ordered a long time ago, but it's really thick, so it's like really sturdy. And this puzzle is portrait, but most puzzles I have are landscape, so this is a little awkward, but.
It's called The World of Dracula. This poster.
Yeah, and on the back,
Oh yeah.
it shows you the whole story of it shows you the story of Dracula, and then each piece of where each piece of the puzzle came from, because there's more than one Dracula, right? Each was like a little scenes from the story. Puzzle pieces.
I just love this.
Yeah, this is the
World of Dracula, but what's the name of the puzzle?
it's the World of Dracula. I mean, I have pieces in the lid, so I can't show you right now, but
Yeah. But we just got this off Amazon, right? So.
yeah, it's like this. This is the Frankenstein one, but instead of Frankenstein, it's Dracula.
A jigsaw puzzle by Adam Simpson.
Yeah, this one's the same, I think.
Adam Simpson, yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe Frankenstein. Did you already do Frankenstein?
Not this year.
Not this year,
I'll
maybe.
probably do it later this month.
Yeah. So that's the puzzle update. It's Saturday, and I think this is the first time we've done an office segment on Saturday, but it is a little bit of bonus content for 31 Days of Halloween in the weekly vlog, and Jesse's here.
Yes, I am.
And we're going to the book sale today. We donated some books. I didn't donate any movies this time to the local library, so we're going to go support the local library today and see if they have any movies or books that we like, right? That's what we had planned to do today.
Yeah, I mean, they've changed the way they do the sale. They used to collect books like over 6 months and then have a sale on a set date, and now you do the donations during the week, and then the sale is that weekend.
Is that weekend,
right?
yeah.
So they don't always have a lot of stuff in reserve. So mostly what's out there is what they have.
Yeah.
So we have to go on like the first day to see. There was like one sale it was maybe like a year ago. You found like a ton of Criterions, right?
Yeah.
So
was it a year ago? I guess it was, yeah.
Or more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no concept of time. So we're hoping that maybe there's something good.
Something there, yeah. So we're looking forward to that. And we were talking earlier about the news of, there's been some news this week about YouTube trying to make their service more like Netflix, because they do have a large market share for streaming services. It seems like YouTube is just another streaming service, pretty much like anything else.
Right. So I guess like their approach is to be more like other streaming, like television and film services, instead of the way it is now. So
right, and so it looks like they were going to, at least from what I saw, it looks like they're going to change maybe their TV app to be a little bit more robust, so that there might be a thing where it looks like on the YouTube channel that there's episodes to watch, which I thought was pretty cool. So maybe instead of playlists, they would have maybe an episode. So like, for example, if we had collection videos, or we have collection videos that we could maybe put into sort of an episodic arrangement on the YouTube channel, which I thought was pretty cool.
Or some people, like some YouTubers have like features, like there's a popular thing right now is like working through your book collections with readers. And so people will have like an episode where they're trying to like read books from their own shelves. So I could see how that would, like, there's already content that's like in that format.
Yeah.
But I think it would be interesting if it had more of like a show title, like it would have its own thumbnail, right? And then you'd click on that like as if it were a television show, and then you'd see the different episodes. And I'd really like the idea of like, hopefully they would have a new episode announcement instead of just like a notification. So when you go in the app, you could see, oh, this channel has a new episode and that channel has a new episode. And then you could like, it's just a better way to tell you that the creators you like have new content.
Yeah, I also think it's really good for independent filmmakers too, or people that want to release maybe their own little TV show, because there's really no gatekeeper on YouTube. You don't have to go through an executive, you don't have to go through studios, you don't have to search for funding, that kind of stuff, and you can just create whatever you want. Obviously, there's rules to putting videos on YouTube, but it has less of a gatekeeper situation than, let's say, working through a company or trying to get funding for a film. So I think it's really great news for creators. I'm glad YouTube is investing in their app for the TV, and we love watching YouTube on the TV. We watch a lot of other channels on the TV. I think it's probably our favorite place to watch. I think we watch a little bit in the office here too, or on our computers, but a lot of times we we'll watch on TV, or for most.
Yeah, I think we like watching on TV because it becomes like an aggregate for what we're watching together, whereas we each have our own YouTube accounts for following
for
like
things we want to watch.
You follow other like film tube, like people that talk about films, and I follow people who talk about books and people who talk about knitting, and so it's nice to have a space where we can watch things together, and then it kind of keeps track of it for us.
That's true. So those are some brief thoughts in the office on a Saturday, which is unusual for us, and we're going to go to the book sale, so we'll have some footage of the book sale, hopefully a little bit.
Sometimes it's really busy, but I'll try to get like
we'll try to get a few clips of it, and we'll definitely, if we pick up anything, whether it's books or movies or both, we'll definitely show you what we picked up. So did a little fall drive today.
Yeah,
we got some Dunkin', looking at the fall foliage.
Yeah,
fall foliage is really pretty here.
It's so bright and green, and
we'll drive by the lake a little bit, and after the book sale, which
got a pumpkin spice coffee, some iced tea.
Pumpkin spice coffee. How long has it been since you've gotten coffee?
A long time.
Long time.
Well, we got some Dunkin' Donuts. We'll try to get like a few clicks of it, and we'll definitely, if we pick up anything, whether it's books or movies or both, we'll definitely show you what we picked up. So
We just got back from the book sale, and I know Jesse didn't find any books, but I found quite a few DVDs that I wasn't really expecting to find that much, but I did get this great Star Trek book. I'm really into Star Trek, the original series lately, so I'm looking forward to looking at that, or reading that. And then I'm probably going to do just a regular haul video on this because I got a lot more than I expected. I got a lot of Doctor Who, which I don't have any Doctor Who in my collection, and these are DVDs. Got some SNL collection videos, which I've been looking around for a while, which I'm not sure how easy those are to find. And then I got another stack of other movies, so I think I'm just going to do a haul video on this, but look for that on the channel. We really had a great time. It's wonderful to donate to the local library by participating in the sales. So I picked up the book and all the movies for a total of $14. I got a comment in the last vlog about whether I had the Series V, which I do. This is a Warner Archive release that I picked up a little while back. This is a mini-series, V, the original mini-series. And there's the back of that too. And I'll just read a little bit of the back. This one also has a feature-length commentary, which is pretty cool, and a behind-the-scenes documentary. 50 spaceships, each 3 miles across, hover ominously above Earth's major cities. The visitors that emerge are human-like in appearance and extend the hand of friendship. Our planet's resources are just what these aliens need to survive, and for its future survival, unsuspecting humankind will need a miracle. So this is a very cool miniseries. I remember watching this, I think, in the 80s, and I'm happy that I have the Blu-ray for it. And there is a Blu-ray available, like I said, from Warner Archive, one of my favorite labels, or now called, I think, Warner Classics. Thanks so much for watching the vlog this week. This is a little puzzle update. Jesse's working on this puzzle, and which we showed earlier in the vlog, but I think also it's getting much cooler out. So I think next week we'll see a little bit more cooler weather. Hopefully we'll still be able to do some walking, and we'll share a lot more with you on the weekly vlogs that now feature a little bit more 31 days of Halloween content.